And we are live. What's up, everyone? Welcome back to another edition of Respect the Craft. Here we are live with episode number 128. And I'm joined by not one, but two very special guests here, as I'm joined by the mind behind VXS, my good brother Isaac, and another special guest here. He is Marcus Mathers. What's up, brothers? How's it going?
Yo, thanks for adding me.
All
Yo,
good,
yo,
man. All
yo,
good.
yes. Thank you for having us, man.
No problem, no problem. We're all here talking because it's going to be, we're only days away now from the event. It's going to be
Oh,
VXS and Shadow
Oh,
Wrestling Alliance
she.
setting the
oh,
tone for Mania Week. So there you
Wow.
go. Look at that poster, though.
Yo,
That is
look
a
at that
nice
poster.
poster.
You look on the right, the lower
I'll
right.
get out of
Damn,
here.
dude. I mean, the whole poster too, sick. But
Oh, that's a fire poster right there. You gotta love that
firework
little.
from our guy Isaac.
There you go.
From
There
our
you go.
older brother Isaac. I'm young too, so that's my older brother right there.
There we go. There we go. But no, yeah, we're here to talk about all that. But before we get into that, Isaac, I have to ask, what was the idea here to do a Mania Week show? Especially with I feel like there's everyone's throwing a show that week. What was the idea here to be like, you know what? Let's add to the mix here. Let's go into this craziness that's Mania weekend.
No, absolutely. I feel like there was just so many fucking shows, dude. There was so many shows, and I got an offer. I'll be honest right now. Like I got an offer from the collective, but I didn't like the time slot I got, and that just like I don't know in a way like motivated me to be like, all right, I'm gonna just do my own thing. So I looked at the schedule at the time. Nobody was running on Wednesday. I know there's like a few like local feds now that are running, but in town Wednesday night usually I wanted to start the weekend off. I want to do something special, and originally I almost didn't do it. You know, it's not easy running in Mania Week and independently flying all these towns from Mexico, Puerto Rico, and all that. And then we got an offer from our friends at Shadow Wrestling Alliance, who was also interested in going to California. So we're like, dude, we got a venue. We don't got to do like a different separated time slot like everyone's doing and all that. Let's just have a joint show and let's make the best out of it. You know, I'll do the promoting, all that. They were on board. They were really good in communicating with like Spanish talent and who we got. People that we'll talk later on, but we have people like Commander that's going to be on the show. We're going to have Mecha Wolf. We're going to have Hijo de Dos Caras. We're going to have a lot of Latin representation heavy on this, but also just like, dude, like, people talk about horticulture. Dude, this shit is horticulture. Like, dude, you're going to, like, go there and you're going to feel at home. You're going to go to VXS. You're going to be like, yo, this is a vibe. If you've been to a VXS show in California, you already know. I don't have to explain furthermore. Like, the demand is there. The fan base is there. But you already get the tone. You could be yourself, and you're going to feel like you're at a barbecue and someone's, like, fucking quinceanera or something, bro. Like, it's a good vibe at VXS. So I'm very not just excited, but I'm very proud to pull it off. I'm very proud to come back after 6 months. I think it's been 7 months since Awful Things in September aired, and we're gonna bring a lot of East Coast people back. The main goal usually when we go to the East Coast or when we go to the West Coast rather is to bring East Coast talent. So we're gonna showcase a lot of individuals that people in the area have never seen before. There's no other show you're gonna see Jay Malachi on. There's no other show you're gonna see talent like Darius Carter on the card. There's no other show you're gonna have the Dos Caras or Kevin Knight in the same matchup. You know, Jimmy Lloyd's on the card right now. We're gonna talk about that. He's facing Brian Kendrick. Someone
Yeah,
I
when I
think
saw that announcement, I
I'll
was
go
like,
public
holy
right
shit.
now that Brian Kendrick should be on TV right now. Brian Kendrick's the man with the plan, you know. So I'm very excited to see how this pulls off, and also how it's all going to accumulate at the end after it's finished as well with post production taping, because this is going to be a taped event. But very excited. Mathers is on the full poster. This is the first fucking time Mathers is
Wow.
on the full poster in a
Yeah,
Isaac
VXS show.
finally
he's right there.
finally on.
He's right there. That
As
right
Raymond
corner.
puts it on the screen. This is the first time he's
Oh
on a
yeah.
poster. I'm very excited, and he deserves it. I take the full posters very seriously because we want to feature people that, no pun intended, set the tone. So this is, I think, his third appearance at our LA show, so he deserved it. Yeah, I'm very proud of Mathers. He had a hell of a year.
Definitely so. And I
Yeah,
gotta
I'm
ask, how was that for
very
you,
excited.
Marcus, getting to be a part of this? How was that for you to get to be a part of WrestleMania weekend here?
I'm very excited, and everything that Isaac was saying, um, everything about the show is going to be so different. We're not being a part of the collective. We have our own night slot. Wednesday night, really the pregame. This is what's starting the whole weekend up. VXS, we're starting up the whole weekend. That is, and it's cool to work with new people, and everything he said. Always a vibe at VXS. It's always such a great vibe, and I'm just excited. I'm excited to be there. I always love coming to VXS. I love doing VXS in LA.
I was gonna say, I feel like for you guys, even though you do East Coast shows and you do West Coast, I feel like you guys are one of those companies that it's a home show here. You guys have that fan base over there. If it shows in Cali, if it shows in Vegas, like that area knows VXS. So I feel like that's gonna add just another element to all this. Like this is why you guys are setting the tone already.
Right. Yeah. I think West Coast not only appreciates that we embrace like our, I don't know how to even explain it, like our hood aesthetic, our hood like we have that type of vibe. Like we stay true to the streets in our company. That's something very important that I want to keep forever for VXS. So the West Coast just gravitated towards it way more than the East Coast has. So we just have been grateful to come back, show after show, whether it's Baldwin Park, whether it's going back to the Nerd in the future. It's going to be a good time always when VXS goes out. And our fan base too, it's a mixed crowd. It's not really, you see some of these shows online and you see like the deathmatch fans, and you know how that be, and you understand the type of demographic they're going towards. Then there's VXS, a Latin-based company that's also implementing trap culture, hip hop, SoundCloud music culture inside of their video packaging and their presentation they're promoting for the event. So, yeah, I can't wait, bro.
Oh, definitely. I feel like that's been the biggest thing that we always talk about, even off air, all that is the presentation you've put into this is always, it remains real, remains that true to what the company wanted to be. It remains to the vision you had. It hasn't changed just to try to quote unquote fit into the indie culture, It fits into what you
Right.
wanted to bring to the table, and it adds to why VXS is becoming its own niche in a sense for that fan base right there.
Right, and we're still on our way like to the top. Like we're still on our way making rounds and shit. But I feel like we shouldn't get ahead of ourselves, and also we should just realize, okay, like this is like going on to year 3 right now. What can we do to really set the foundation? We got people like Deppin, we've got people like low key in our shows that are well known. People like Leo Rush, people like Big Cass, who's on AEW right now. I forgot his what's his name, bro? Do you know his name, Raymond? In AEW, Big Cass is like W Morrissey or something, or did he change
W
it again?
Morrissey. I think it's W Morrissey still, or Bill Morrissey, something like that.
Big Bill or something like that.
Big Bill. I think that's what it is.
Yeah,
I
dude,
should have
like,
known
come
that.
on, man, just pick a fucking name, bro. But besides that, like, we're doing good right now, and we're around the right people right now, and I'm very excited to see where it goes from here.
No, and again, that shows being so still young in its time so far. Like you guys are already doing some amazing things, and it's only going up from here. Like this show, it sets it truly. It's setting the tone of what you guys can accomplish in the future. So,
Thank you. No, I think this is like the 21st or 22nd VXS event, I believe. 21st or 22nd. I gotta look in a cage match.
there you go. Someone will have that information.
Someone
there.
will have it. Okay, we'll know.
Okay, we'll definitely know. He's gonna give us the info right after.
Love him.
Shout out to the hermano there. But let's get into it. Let's start talking about the card here because we already showed. Let's show it one more time. Let's show that lovely poster that just dropped today too. Yeah. So there you go. We got the full poster there.
Thank you, baby.
So let's
I never even had a GameCube, bro.
wait. What? How did you not have a GameCube?
Event, every VXS event has been based out of PlayStation because I've grown to be. I had a PS1, PS2, PS4, the whole anthology, but like GameCube covers look so fucking dope. So I was like, all right, we did Tampa for PlayStation again. I want to do a video game concept, but like not Xbox because that's like obvious. So yeah, I want GameCube. I love their vibe. It's very family centric too, and like I get it now.
Fits so well too. Like it looks so cool having the logo up there. Like it fits.
I wish
perfectly.
I mean, hopefully, like knocking on wood, we make a video game one day. That would be sick to have like a Oliver and Commander on the poster with Mathers. That would be sick.
I was gonna say Mathers got to still be in the cover though.
He's still got to be in the cover. Yeah.
Yes, lower right corner. Let me keep that spot. All right.
He wants that lower right corner. That's it. That's exclusive to Marcus Mathers now.
That's
again, let's get into the card here. Let's talk about this one.
Let's go.
Because this is a matchup I definitely wanted to touch on because you were the first one to announce. Because now after you broke it, now some other companies are starting to announce them. but you're bringing Darius Carter to Mania Week. You're bringing him to the West Coast. Let's talk about this as it's Darius Carter versus MBM here. Talk about that. How was it? Because this is also going to be officially Darius's debut to VXS, correct?
Yeah, absolutely.
So how do we get to this? How do we get to Darius now making his way to the West Coast part of this event here?
Darius has been in talks with me and the whole team at VXS trying to make an impact and trying to make his debut. I just never knew when was the right time. Set the tone. The statement mission is basically introducing the East Coast people to the West Coast. I want to do that with Darius Carter. I feel like he's very underrated, deserves much more credit. Months leading to this event, I would go to people and be like, yo, like, what do you think about Darius Carter's in ring work? And there's no complaints for anybody that you could talk to. This is just somebody I feel like that hasn't broke out of the New York shell, the New York bubble, I call it, the New Jersey bubble. You know, like I'm just, there's a reason why I'm not running at Ridgefield Park anymore. The reason why Darius Carter's coming to VXS is really like prove to a different scene, like finally get that chance Marcus Mathers had, that chance Gabe Sky had. That's the next test in this entire show right now with Darius Carter. We want to see how he gravitates with the crowd and also how he does under pressure. There's going to be a very intense, intimate crowd. There's this standing room. People are banging on the mat. They're loud. They're going to yell Spanish slurs at him. Probably won't understand. But I wanted to give him like something with class. And with somebody with class is someone that actually DM'd VXS for an opportunity. MBM. MBM's going to be in town from Belgium, Germany, and he's had co-signs from a lot of people that already worked VXS. So I was like, okay, I'll give you an opportunity right now. And he's very grapple based, but very diverse with the style, a lot like Darius. And if it were to be a interesting singles match with people, not just one person, but two people that no one's heard of, this is the match that people should keep their eyes on, 100%.
I was going to say, when you announced this match, I started looking into what MBM does, that ring style. And I could say this is truly going to be that almost catcher's catch can style of a match. You're going to see that technical go in there. But both can adapt in there. So I want to see, especially with the crowd reaction, with how the crowd's going to be to them. Maybe they have to switch it up a little bit.
I'll say it right now. I'll say it right now because he's on the call too. When Mathers did his first match in LA, it was a tag match against it was if I'm not mistaken, Nick Wayne and Jack Cartwheel with him and Dylan McKay at Wasted Youth. And like I saw that there was pressure. I saw the facial expressions and how he was moving in the beginning of the matchup. It was his first time in the West Coast doing that, you know. So that happened with Gabe Sky. That happened with him. We're gonna see what happens with Darius Carter. Also, MBM. MBM's in town for Mania Week. First time gonna be wrestling in California. Can't wait.
So Marcus, can we get that thoughts from you? You were in there. You had to feel that for the first time at one point. Can you give us any thoughts on what that crowd feels like, especially making your debut in front of that West Coast crowd? How was that, and how are you feeling now going into it again in less than a week?
You know, Isaac is he's totally right. You know, people want to think it's, you know, a big difference, but it's 100% a huge difference. You know, going to the whole other side of the, you know, the U.S. You know, I'm from Philly. I've been wrestling in Jersey like my whole career. You know, and you know, this last year and this year I've been really, you know, going to Canada, Massachusetts, and doing all that stuff, going all over. But you know, I've had my chance to go to the West Coast, and it's a big difference. You know, totally different group of people, and they're like just what Isaac said. They're wild, they're banging up on the ring. They're right in front of your face. You know, it's great. I love it. And my first time was a lot, and I've been up there a bunch more times, and I'm excited. I'm really excited for this week to go back to LA. I love wrestling there.
There we go. Let's go into this now. Let's go into another matchup here that definitely is brought to you by our good friends at Shadow Wrestling Alliance with a guy that VXS knows very well. Let's talk about it here. It's going to be Big Vince Steele in there going head to head with Rob Shit. And this is interesting here. This is an interesting pairing. I want to know, how do we get this here? Because Rob is known to do some unexpected, unpredictable things, and now he has to go in there with Big Vin in there. Like, Vince Steele's no small dude here. So how do we get to this pairing here? for
Yeah,
next
this is
Wednesday.
while I was coming up with the card with Shadow Wrestling Alliance, this was our versus match. This is like, all right, you're gonna get one of your guys. We're gonna put one of our guys because there are dedicated matches that you'll see during this show. There's gonna be a SWA Puerto Rico slot, and then there's gonna be a VXS slot that are on the same show. You got to tell this is a versus match we came up with. We were just like excited. We wanted to fight. We're like,
Yeah.
all right, if we had a knockout match, who would we get? My guy's Rob Shit. He almost knocked out. No, he in fact did knock out Matthew Justice with a prosthetic leg at Awful Things after his match against JTG. So Rob Shit has balls. So I wanted someone with balls to face Vince Steele in his debut in California as well. And when I was coming up with shout out Giovanni and shout out to Vince Steele. When I came up with the idea, they were all in. They were like, oh my god, that's gonna be so fun. We wanted a fun match too with this, a fun fight for the entire crowd experience and the taping as well and the cinematic presentation. We're gonna have like a really dope crew, and yeah, dude, it's a versus match. I can't wait.
Gotcha. No, it's definitely gonna look. It's again, like I said, you add that unpredictability of Rob Shit. You're adding the hugeness of Vince Steele. I can't wait to see it because I feel like you would think this is that David versus Goliath. Rob's in there already at a
Again,
disadvantage.
I'll admit it publicly again. When this is taking someone from that Jersey bubble, from that New
Yeah.
York bubble, and taking them to the West Coast and having that presence in that whole card, you could tell that no one else is doing that right now. When was the last time you saw home feds there for like 7, 8, 10 years? No admiration getting out of your hometown. What? Then why are you doing it? Get the fuck out. I'm from Brooklyn. I'm over here doing this, bro. Like, get the fuck out. Let's get the fucking Vince Steels. Let's get Darius Carters. Let's get fucking. Dude, even Kevin Blackwood wanted to move over there. There's a certain demand. There's a certain demand, right, that I'm trying to like express, and I
No.
wish you would be there, and hopefully we get you in the future soon to LA show. But there's a certain like demand in LA for the shit we're doing right now, the Rob shit we're doing right now.
No, and I love to see it. And again, we've had these combos because I've said to me, doing this is definitely that risk. It's that to do it. But again, I feel it's that expression. Without taking that risk, what's the point here? So definitely, I love seeing how it's being reacted there, how the crowd is loving it, how they're just eating it up. So let's keep going here. Let's talk about this match because we got him on the call as well. Let's get to his matchup here.
Oh
Let's
man,
talk about this three-way just
let
tag
him
team
have
extravaganza.
let him
here.
have this one.
It definitely has
Big.
to. Let's talk about it here. It's going to be Wasted Youth here versus the West Coast OG himself, the OG, the Punisher himself, B-Boy and Jordan Cruz. And then you have the team of Sebastian Cage and El Hombre Johnny Santos, First Class. Marcus, take it away, brother. How you feel about going into this three-way extravaganza next Wednesday?
Man, I'll be honest. I'm very excited because you know what? Me and McKay, we got some new tag gear, so we're gonna be bringing that to LA, where we've been on a roll right now. Now we returned to VXS tagging. I feel like at VXS sometimes we're tagging, sometimes we're separate, but now we're back. We're back as a unit at VXS. I'm very excited for this huge match. And I say huge because there's 3 teams in it. And I wrestled B-Boy's partner, Jordan Cruz. I think that's his name. I'm sorry, you may have to pull up the graphic. There's too many guys.
It's Jordan
There's too many
Cruz
guys in this match.
it's
I wrestled him
that
at
huge
GCW.
element here. So
It is. I wrestled him at GCW. It's he's great. He's a great competitor. He's strong. He's big. B-Boy, a legend in this business. Like somebody I always want to face. So I'm very excited.
Did you just call Jordan Cruz big?
Yes.
Man, oh man, continue.
What, is there an issue? I can't call another dude big? Look at him, he's
man.
jacked. Look at his
Listen, man,
promo.
I know
I
we're
see him in person.
I don't think that Deadpool humor is necessary in this interview, sir.
Wow.
I love how Isaac's trying to take control here.
Like, you just call someone big, dude. Pause, dude.
Yo. Dude's jacked. Come on, man. You're the one who took it that way.
Hey,
so
yo.
I don't know what's your issue, dude. But all right, hold on. B-Boy, I'm talking about a legend here, and you're cutting me off. Fuck up with that, dude. Come on. B-Boy, legend. Come on. somebody I always wanted to face. And I had, he was in that GCW scramble with me, but I didn't do much with him. So this match, I'm very excited to get in the ring with B-Boy. Now, first class, I don't know too much about these guys. So to me and McKay, we get in here, we take out that legend B-Boy. I think we have a really, really, really good chance of winning this whole thing. Because we're coming to LA to win. We're not coming to LA to just, we're here for the collective. We're here for, VXS. We're here to win. We have a huge match at DF. We're taking over, in LA next week.
There we go. That's what you want to hear. You want to hear that spirit, that winning spirit here, that fighting spirit. But I do got to say, I like this pairing here. All three teams, it looks stacked. It's looking good. But then I want to see what's going to happen when you guys go in there with first class, because I feel like you and Dylan and with Sebastian and Johnny are going to have that similar style, both doing those high-flying, high offensive moves. I can't wait to see how that's going to all go down. And I want to see what B-Boy is going to bring, because he's going to have that OG, that experience that plays a factor there. I can't wait to see how this three-way goes next Wednesday. Did I lose you guys? Uh-oh.
Yo.
Oh, are we good? Okay. I was like, uh-oh.
No, I had my mic muted.
Oh, all good. But let's keep it going here. Let's keep going with the stacked card. Let's go into this one, as it's going to be another, as you see the representation here, you're seeing a lot of mixed talent. You have Sensei, I hope I'm saying this right, Sensei Georgie here. Hijo de los Caras.
Yeah,
Kevin
it's actually
Knight.
Super Georgie. He changed it mid announcement.
Oh, there you go. So Super Georgie. My apologies. Hijo de dos Caras. You have Kevin Knight. You have Commander, and then you have Mecha Wolf here. Just a stacked, just free-for-all style matchup here. How do we get this one, Isaac? Is this another one of those that it's that combination here? Because we have a lot of great just cultura in this one here. So let's talk about this free-for-all here.
This is a product of the minds and the creative of Shadow Wrestling Alliance Puerto Rico.
Gotcha.
They wanted to bring in some of their guys and also mix it in with talent like Kevin Knight, who's been killing it on Strong. I recommended a whole list to them, and they really liked Kevin Knight. So I want to see what Kevin Knight could show out of this. Also, it's a 5-way, so there's a lot of heads. There's Super Georgie. He's a trainer, which is, I guess, why they call him Sensei in Puerto Rico. And he has his own school over there, and he has a bunch of little students, so that's cool. Ooh. And then you have Mecha Wolf, who's also super underrated. Used to go by the gimmick Mr. 450 at 205 Live. Also, I think World Wrestling Council, I believe that's what it is, right? The Cologne promotion.
Yep.
And I used to just scrambled through that, and he's someone that I think should get a shot at, and he's good people. Again, Shadow Wrestling Alliance got a really good lineup with Hijo de dos Caras. He's going to be in the matchup. We also have Commander, the guy. He's going to be there. A lot of mixed styles, and I think a lot of that has to do with not just the Lucha Libre Incorporated, but Kevin Knight's just thrown in the middle of that, which is very interesting. So I don't know who's going to leave with the W on this, I'll be honest.
Yeah, this is a hard one that I'm glad we're not doing the prediction show. No, that's why we don't do the prediction here. That's always the best thing about this, because then you add that. You add to Mecha Wolf having that experience. He's a veteran in the game here. It's an underrated veteran. I feel like not many people, unless you're really into that indie scene and you know the history, you haven't heard about Mecha Wolf. This guy's definitely have done it all. He's inspired so many, especially the guys in our area. I feel like everyone in that NYC, that tri-state area, they know about Mecha Wolf. They know what he brings to the table. Then now everyone is trying to learn about Commander. Everyone's been seeing him. They love what he does. They love what he can do in that ring, the amazing style he brings. Hey, he gets to set the tone here, and this might be our next AAA world champion, Mega Campeón, that Friday, because he was just announced today. It will be Commander versus Hijo de Vikingo. So he sets the tone, and then he might be champion by that Friday. Who knows?
Wow. And Vikingo has so many matches that week too.
Yeah, Vikingo's been killing it. That dude is definitely someone that I feel like I hate that it took so long for people to finally realize what he can do in that ring. that I'm glad is finally now he's getting his due. Everyone's starting to see the amazing talent that he is. And
Yeah.
Commander's another one. Commander's another one that's bringing that. And then you talk about Hijo de los Caras. That was something that surprised me. I was like, how'd you guys get Hijo de los Caras here? Shout out to Shout
I
Wrestling
love his
Alliance.
run, especially his run in not just AAA, but also the run he had in, what was that shit called? It was like What Culture Wrestling, What Culture Pro Wrestling.
Yeah.
And he was featured on a lot of them, and he was pretty good. So I just think that he's gonna come out pretty sick, unexpectedly sick. I want to see what the fans are gonna react to when he comes there.
Definitely. And then you add Kevin Knight again. You have that strong style in there, that mix that I can't wait to see what's going to happen here. What could we possibly see? That clash of styles. It's going to be one that you don't know what to expect here. It's unpredictable. Can't wait. But let's keep it going here. Let's go to this one now, because this is another matchup that I'm looking forward to, because you have two young guns going at it here. We got Jay Malachi. We have Judas Icarus going at it here. Let's talk about this one. How do we get to this clash here? And I'm glad that Jay Malachi is getting featured here, because Jay Malachi is someone that I got to see him and Hunter Drake, their come up, James Drake as well come up, and now we finally get to see Jay Malachi get featured here at Set the Tone.
Yeah, I think this is something I'm very excited, because like these guys are like still young, and they're like our we don't have cruiserweight divisions, but if we had like a young boy division, it would be like something like this. Like like they're very talented, and it's scary how they're just getting started in their careers. Jay Malachi, he showed up at I think it was American Wasteland bootleg. He debuted, and he had in my opinion, one of the matches of the night, and that was like the free match on YouTube people could watch for. And Judas Icarus, this is someone who I've been watching for probably over a year. I've been trying to get this guy at VXS. He's had great matches with people like Matt Cross. He's facing Minoru Suzuki this weekend in Canada. He's from British Columbia, and he's featured in companies like NEW, and he's featured in companies like Defy that I've been watching a lot for. And like if I were to see like people like I saw Daniel Garcia when I booked him, when I saw Masha when I booked her for the first time, like I see the same thing in those people in a Jay Malachi and in a Judas Icarus, and I think this could be a show stealer without a doubt. Two of the brightest, most educated strikers right now in the game.
Definitely so, and this is one where I feel like this is going to be that. This is that dark horse match. No one's looking at this like, oh, this might be able to steal the show. Meanwhile, this might be the one to steal the whole show here. Just because, again, it's those young guns. It's that hunger still. You see these guys and they have that hunger. They want to showcase, and they want to be able to steal the show. And truly, no pun intended here, set the tone for what WrestleMania week is going to be, for what that indie week is going to be here, and for what VXS is going to be in the future. These are two guys you're going to see.
And you're going to see the domino effect. It definitely happened with Mania Week. No one announced these gentlemen before VXS. I even had the slightest idea. I'm talking quality promotions are looking into these names. Promotions like Prestige Wrestling, Defy Wrestling. There's got to be more. You want to watch this match. This is going to be what catapults them. This is going to be the match. Don't miss this match. This is going to be, we labeled this a future fight, because I genuinely see these two being probably on television like very soon.
Awesome. Can't wait to see it. And again, this is one where I'm looking forward to.
And shout out to our sponsor for this, by the way, cheap plug Ring Fanatics, Nick and Joel. If you're listening, thank you so much for supporting and making this possible. That's how passionate I am with this match and how special it is to me, especially. But yeah, thank you.
Awesome. There you go. Shout out to the Ring Fanatics there. Our boy Joel right there. Love them. I love hearing their podcast. Another one that truly has a deeper love for the business. I gotta love that. So let's keep it going here. Let's talk about another one, because when this match was announced, this is another one where you see that clash of styles get into effect here. Is going to be Jordan Oliver going head to head with Laredo Kid. And this is one where we talk about, we talked about that last match. We talked about where Jay Malachi and Judas Icarus could be in the coming up years and all that. Let's talk about the come up of Jordan Oliver here. We're going into this. This is where now we're seeing, I feel like, the best Jordan we have ever seen these past 3 months. Winning that
Yeah,
JCW championship, winning that tournament there, defeating the likes of Alex Shelley in there. Like we talk about where Jordan was a few years to now. This is a whole new Jordan Oliver. This is that big breakfast. This is that main event Jordan Oliver here, and he's going head to head with Laredo Kid. This is truly that clash of styles. This is going to be one that I feel like that's it. This is going to be talk of the town for the whole week, and this is just the first one of the first shows of the week here, Mania Week.
yeah. I want to see the best out of Jordan Oliver. He was there for our very first event at the Chinese buffet in Philadelphia when the cops were called 3 consecutive times.
Oh my god.
That was insane, but he was there every minute. Um, and he's always been there. I want to give him a challenge each show, and since the 6 to 7 months when we did awful things, and he had a loss against Brian Cage, and then the altercation of JTG, we haven't had a solo show since. We did the GCW show with Las Vegas last month, but VXS solely, he hasn't been able to compete in the VXS ring. He hasn't had that yet, but uh, I feel like that drive really translated through winning the J Cup, through his amazing rise as a tag team competitor with Nick Wayne. He's constantly evolving. That's why he is the ace. That's why he's in that position. That's why I wanted to bring. I really did. I truly did want a lucha aspect in this. I want to see Jordan Oliver exit his comfort zone now. He's faced some of the best strikers, some of the best grapplers, some of the best brawlers. That's cool. Laredo Kid is a different game now, and it's singles. It's not a tag match like the last show. So he had a little taste in that in the last show with GCW with Jimmy Lloyd's all grown up with Commander and Arez in a tag match. Let's see how he does now in the singles against Laredo Kid, who I always wanted to bring a part of VXS, and big fan of the work he's done in every company he's touched in Mexico, UK, America. Insane talent, and this is all possible to Real Kind Meds. Shout out Real Kind Meds and Keith. I'll see you in California, my friend.
Boom. There you have it there. Let's go to this one now. This was the first fight confirmed. This is the first match announced for Set the Tone. This is what set the tone, pun intended, for the whole show.
Yeah.
Let's talk about this because it's that Boston versus New York
Yep.
feel. It's the Prize City OG, Alec Price going head to head with JTG.
Wild.
Now, let's how did this come to play here? How do we get to this match? Because this is insane. This is truly, again, this is the first confirmed matchup. This is the first announced here, and it's perfect here, truly, to set the tone. So
I
how do we
think
get to this?
I think Alec Price deserves more eyes in the West Coast, and again, like we said, the mission statement, bringing the East Coast talent to the West Coast, and to feature him in a singles match, it had to make sense. I also wanted to test out how far could JTG go? Can he hang with the young talent now that's on the rise that could be completely foreign to his capability, like Alec Price being from Boston? And it's funny, I didn't even think of it as a New York Boston thing. I just thought it was a really dope match. I thought it was just
Hey,
a
it
really
added another
good
element
match.
to it though, because it is
Yeah, it
even
does.
even
And it just
outside of
hit me
that.
doing the podcast with you right now. So that's even better. You just made it 10 times more interesting now to see what can happen. And JTG's in the best shape of his life. JTG um, has more to prove now. And he did hardcore stuff. He did even deathmatch stuff with Dr. fucking Redacted. And now he's doing stuff with Alec fucking Price in California. And this is a very interesting anything goes match. Uh, Alec Price, very hungry, but JTG, again, best shape of his life. He should be on TV right now. I don't know how he's not.
Yeah, this is one where I feel like, again, it's all the eyes are going to be on a matchup like this. This is one where people are going to be like, "Wait, this is happening?
Yeah.
Mania week? This is like again, when the announcement happened, I was like, that's it. This is going to be all this show needed was one match announcement to truly set the tone of what this show was going to be. It's that clash of styles. Before we even mention the Brooklyn versus the New York versus Boston thing, we talk about just two great performers. Alec Price is another one who has been killing the game now. He's starting to have, this is truly, I feel like these last 2 years have still been that rookie year almost, and he's killing it. If you look at what he's done at JCW, what he's doing in GCW, what he's been doing all around, this is one guy that you definitely want to see in here. So then you look at JTG, who again, everyone has seen what he could do. We've seen what he's done past in the WWE, and now coming here and what he's done, especially in VXS, like you talk about what he did with Dr. Redacted, what he's done previously, we're waiting to see what's going to happen with Jordan Oliver here. So you don't know. They're both going to be in the building next Wednesday. Could we finally see their confrontation go at it again?
Yeah, JTG still wants his match against Nick Gage, by the way.
Oh, that's...
Yeah. So if Brett Lauderdale, hey, if you're listening, you know what to do, bro.
Hey, that's a matchup. I feel like if there's any time to do it, why not next week, you know? Yeah. Or again, the match just set up.
If Gage is in the backyard of the venue cooking hot dogs on a grill, something might go down. So JTG did not forget, and he just wanted to make that clear.
That's a statement right there. But now let's go to this. Let's go to this matchup that was just announced today. The video dropped, a dream match scenario here. Let's go into it, because Jimmy Lloyd has been going with opponent after opponent, showing he can hang with whoever you throw in there. He's gone with the likes of Leo. He's gone with everyone. Yeah. And now we get Brian Kendrick. When you talk about Brian Kendrick, a guy that technical styles in there. He's gone that more fast-paced style. He's truly that guy that it's that he's adaptive in that ring, and he thinks about everything. It's very calculated when he's in there. What's going to happen when he faces a whole different boy than Jimmy Lloyd here?
Yeah, dude. Jimmy Lloyd doesn't need to do death matches to be over, to be, as they say, be one of those people that just come out and bash each other with light tubes with no gift. Like, this guy's he's a gem, dude. He is a gem. Look at his matches that he's had. Leo Rush, Robbie Eagles. Dude, he's facing AR Fox, which was an amazing match. Like, I want to implement more of his pure wrestling now in VXS moving forward. He did what he had to do. He had one of his last VXS death matches against Effie for his birthday. That was for his birthday. That was like the last one we're probably going to see. So now we're going to California. We're going to LA. That's cool. I didn't know when to book Brian Kendrick, but I know I always wanted to. I wanted to matter. I wanted to make sense. I wanted to be right. And there's no other better timing than Mania week being in your home turf. Brian Kendrick, like, he is one of the best wrestlers, not tag wrestlers. He's also one of that, but wrestlers, period. He's one of the producers that used to do work in WWE, so he's good in so many fields that you probably don't even think of. The modern fan doesn't even bother thinking about. This guy is a genius. Jimmy Lloyd, same mind, same capability. I want to see if he could get the ultimate challenge with Brian Kendrick.
And that truly, I almost forgot that matchup happened as well. Jimmy and AR, Jimmy and Leo. You get the different styles.
Jimmy Lee Moriarty.
Like, it's insane to see that truly he's finally letting the people know as well. He can go in there no matter the opponent, no matter the style. He isn't just a deathmatch wrestler. I feel like that's it's a cliche that so many people box in the guys that can do deathmatch as just deathmatch wrestlers, and they forget at the end of that deathmatch, wrestlers are still in that state.
Yeah,
they forget that these guys can do there. It's well-rounded talent here, and Jimmy Lloyd is showing. And I feel like this is truly going to be that test here, and this is going to be what proves it to a lot of people that, hey, if he can go toe-to-toe and stand in there with the likes of Brian Kendrick, you got yourself there a Jimmy Lloyd that can go with just about anybody. And again, it shows that set the tone here. So we talked about the stacked card here. We talked about, again, look at that amazing poster. Shout out again to Marcus Matters for making an appearance here.
Yeah, he
Unfortunately,
went
we
to go
lost
eat
him.
his fucking bacon.
Yo, he was making that bacon the whole
He
time.
was
He was
making
loving that bacon.
bacon throughout the entire interview, and then he just left to eat it.
Hey,
He's hilarious.
Joe, he was great to have. Great to have him on. Definitely got to have him again for a
I'm
full
happy he
interview
got
here.
to at least talk about his own match.
Yeah, there you go. You got to talk about all that. You got to talk about the feel. You got to talk.
It was a surprise. So I was like, yeah, I texted Ray. I'm like, dude, I think I got a guess real quick.
I was like, who is he telling me here? Because he was like, everyone's. Let's be real here.
Yeah.
It's about to be WrestleMania week. Everyone's busy.
Oh,
Everyone's trying to make their way to Cali. Like, and when he's like, oh yeah, I got a surprise. I'm like, who the hell do you bring on? And here we go. We had Marcus. Thank you again to Marcus Matters for showing up. But now let's start talking about this. Let's start dropping again. That's one poster, but let's talk about another poster here that we're gonna drop right here because
unreleased.
This is
the unreleased.
Hold on. Let me make sure. Let me take this
the
QR
omelette
code
du fromage.
Let me take that out of the way so they could see right there. Set the tone. It was announced that it's going to be streamed after the fact.
Right.
But what you didn't tell the people, and now we're saying it here, it's going to be streamed Tuesday night, April the 4th.
That's right.
On watchvxs.com.
Absolutely.
Let's talk about that. Let's talk about a monumental announcement here. What is watchvxs.com? What are we looking at here, Isaac?
It's going to be the main hub for everything violence and suffering. And you want to see not just a dope catalog that we have, but exclusive content. We're going to have some never before seen video footage from behind the scenes and vignettes. We're going to probably feature a podcast there. We're going to have best of series, so you don't really have to scramble through our catalog. Everything, even live streams in the future. We're just testing out the waters right now, but watchvxs.com is going to be the future. It's not just your average pro wrestling subscription service. You're going to have way more than that. You're going to be in tune and exactly in the know with every news drop. You're going to have merch. You're going to have on demand. You're going to have live premieres. You're going to have all of that. We're going to do that the following week, that Tuesday night, April 4th, 8 p.m. Eastern, 5 p.m. Pacific on watchvxs.com. I can't wait.
That's awesome. No, the minute you sent me that graphic, I'm like, wait a second. We got to talk about this. Because I was like, okay. He sent me graphics. He's like, here you go. I'm like, no, I got everything. We're good to go. He's like, no. You're going to want to put this graphic up. I'm like, wait, watch VXS. Oh, here we go. And here we go, ladies and gentlemen. Yeah. You have the official announcement here. You guys have the new platform to be able to watch all things violence and suffering. And again, with a show like this, you're going to find out what VXS is all about. And this is truly just the beginning here. Just like next Wednesday, that's going to be the beginning of the spectacle that is Mania Week. A show like this is truly just a taste of what VXS has in store and the big things that could possibly be happening. Now you're seeing those partnerships with companies like Shadow Wrestling Alliance. Who knows what's going to happen next, where you guys could end up. Again, we already conquered that West Coast market. You've done the stuff in the East Coast. Maybe this leads to something else. You never know.
Absolutely. We have like also I didn't even mention the list of unreleased matches that we have, dark matches, bootleg matches. Even like our pandemic days, we had Jimmy Lloyd face Too Cold Scorpio, never released. So
wait, how is that match never released?
I have no idea. We have a reason now, and it's very affordable. It's literally going to be like a price of a burrito. And if you want to support us and you can't make it to a show or you can't see the show live and you do want to support us continue this mission and presenting really dope fucking wrestling, just subscribe to the channel. Go to watchvxs.com. That's literally all you would have to do. If you have iPhone, it comes in an app as well. I don't know about Android. That's another conversation for another day. But watchvxs.com. I'm very proud of the entire team and the entire process to make this possible.
That is awesome. And again, congratulations, brother. We're definitely going to be talking about that. The fact that there is capability of podcasts on there. We might have to talk, but that's going to be a conversation for for after we go off the air here. You guys can't hear that till after.
What does the Aki guy say? The Aki way guy say? Sure.
But let's mention that's going to be April the 4th. But again, next Wednesday night, March 29th, you got that amazing address right there, 4725 Main Avenue, Baldwin Park, California, 8 p.m. Get your tickets right now. Setthetone.eventbrite.com is the place to go. And again, if you can't make it in person, if unfortunately you're not going to be in the Cali area, once again, April the 4th is the date to watch it on watchvxs.com. It's going to be streamed worldwide there. You have some amazing voices calling the action. And again, we talked about just the stacked card there. Let's just go through it one more time. You have that three-way extravaganza tag team matchup. You have MBM versus Darius Carter. You have that true just clash of styles in Rob Shit versus Vince Steele. You have that free-for-all five-way dance here with Super Georgie, Hijo de los Caras, Kevin Knight, Commander, and Mecha Wolf. You then have the Young Guns going at it. Jay Malachi versus Judas Icarus there. You have Jordan Oliver versus Laredo Kid in a match that you're not going to forget about. You're going to want to talk about this the whole time there. Then you have Brooklyn. You have New York versus Boston. Alec Price versus JTG. And then in that dream match scenario, we have Brian Kendrick versus Jimmy fucking Lloyd. All this, and you never know. Again, this is what you love about VXS. So much more that could possibly happen. You're going to want to be in the building to find out. And again, if unfortunately you can't make it, tune in to the stream Tuesday night, April the 4th. Isaac, thank you so much for joining me here, brother. This was great to get to talk all things VXS with you, brother.
Thank you so much, bro. This show fucking rules, dude. Let's go respect the fucking craft, everyone. W's in the chat. Let's go.
There you go. And always, just to make sure as well, you stay up to date with all things VXS. Go follow Violence and Suffering. Go follow them at VXS Wrestling on Twitter. Follow them on Instagram as well, VXS Wrestling. Go follow a good buddy, Marcus Mathers, who was here earlier as well. Go follow him on his IG, Marcus_Mathers_. And then go follow him on Twitter as well, at Marcus Mathers 1. We have everything here. I tell you, this is the perfect way to set up here. So, guys, thank you again for watching this. Again, we try to do things here. We make sure we support our friends. And when Isaac was like, "Yo, we want to promote this whole show. We want to talk about the whole thing," I was like, "Bro, I got you."
Yeah.
And here we go. We're here. We're talking all things.
I don't really do podcasting.
He really does it. He's not lying here. Like, I was like, it's only when we like, hey, let's do it. I got you. If I'm gonna have anyone on my show, it got to be one of my boys. So I'm proud to see what you've been doing, bro. I can't wait to see the bigger and better things with VXS. And eventually, this is just gonna be even bigger, even better, and we're still gonna be talking just like always.
Absolutely, and good luck on your journey in training, and I can't wait to see what's next for Respect the Craft.
I love how he just threw that in there too, and I said that off the air.
Oh, dude, no, it's
that out.
We'll cut it in post.
Hey, who knows? One day we're gonna be talking about. Okay, so now it's my match now.
One day let's not. Let's see. I don't know.
Hey, we still gotta get that combo about me at least calling a match one day.
Bootleg tryout.
There you go. But till the next one, guys, as always, thank you so much for joining us. As always, don't forget to be wise, be genuine, be real, be better people, support independent wrestling, and respect the craft. We'll see you guys on the next one. Peace.
Yeah.